Tarot Thursday in the house. I'll go late to the party. Sorry. Hello. Welcome. Today is Thursday. What day is it? The 19th. And we have some really awesome astrology going on. Hey, Giovanna. We have Jupiter, which is in Gemini, trining Venus, which is in Aquarius. So this is a really good time, this next couple days of good things, positive things, special things, love related things coming into a place that feels harmonious and like we're on the same page and we're getting along and so it's really thanks. Thanks, Giovanna. It's really a good time period right now, right? With this trine that's happening with Aquarius and Venus in Aquarius and Jupiter in Gemini. So you guys take advantage of it, like go out on a limb in some aspect and like really explore something or when it comes to voicing what you care about, what you value, what you desire, how you want to live your life, who you want to live your life with, how you want to feel connected with other people, okay? Because that's what the astrology right now is really boosting for us. It's like a really great energy that we haven't had a lot of great energies these days. Astrologically, we just got out of our Mercury retrograde, so yeah, it's a good couple of days. This weekend we have the winter solstice, which is going to be on Saturday. So it's really like a great weekend to do some manifesting and to do some calling in of energy. Okay, so this is interesting. This is for Giovanna. We do have the death card or the change transformation card, but then I have the justice card here reversed. Let me just feel this real quick. Yeah, it's kind of like something's got to end. This is what I'm feeling. Something's got to come to an end or something's got to change. And where that change comes from is you knowing what's right. Okay, when I see this justice card reverse, I feel like there's a part of you that's holding back your truth because you don't want something to end or you don't want something to change. But that's just creating a more painful situation for yourself. So maybe you might benefit from this signature that we're in right now astrologically of like expressing your truth and saying what needs to be said, saying like, hey, I don't like that. Doesn't work for me, doesn't align with who I am and my values. And I'm going to have to, something's going to change. Something's got to change. These are two major arcanas, Giovanna. So something in your life right now is literally pushing you or helping you, supporting you, make some massive change that will bring some balance into your life. What's on the bottom? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles reverse. So there's something here where we don't want, it's like we're not learning a lesson. That's what that is, right? With this Justice card reverse, with the Page of Pentacles reverse underneath it, there's something here that we are like not integrating the lesson into our being. So the transformation, the change isn't occurring. So it starts with being honest with yourself and really saying like, okay, where am I maybe sidestepping my truth in order to maybe maintain a friendship or maintain the status quo or like not rock the boat. But it's like the boat needs to rock because this change needs to happen and the transformation needs to happen. The ending of something needs to happen. And that's when you'll start to feel like things are working out more fairly or better for you. It's like, I feel like it's like I know, but I'm not really like doing it, or I'm not taking that initiative. I'm not having the conversation. I'm not really drawing a boundary and saying like, no, this doesn't work for me. I don't like how this is. This doesn't align with who I am, and I'm not going to do it anymore. Like that's what I feel. I feel a very strong like putting my boundary down. So that's for Giovanna. Hey, Gabriella. So we're using Nightmare Before Christmas because it's almost Christmas, okay? So let's see the vibes for Gabriella. Very fitting, you know. I like to be festive, okay? I have my Nightmare Before Christmas tree. It's so cute. Maybe I'll show you guys later. Got my Christmas nails. You know, I love to be festive. Yule, okay? Yule doesn't always have to be Christmas related, but Yule and the winter solstice, where we're celebrating the change of the seasons. We're celebrating that we made it to this point in the year, and we're embarking on this kind of like restful, restorative time of the year with Yule, where we can slow down, where we can chill out, where we can get really clear. So Yule, or the winter solstice, so Saturday, is a really good time to set some intentions. Not the and set your resolutions. I would not wait until January 1st. January 1st, like I said in my Monday mood on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, is a meaningless day. It is not, doesn't mean anything. It's for Gabriella, the Queen of Needles or the Queen of Swords. So, you know, it's interesting, right? I got the Justice card when I was talking with Giovanna. Now we have the Queen of Needles or the Queen of Swords. So that's still more of this truth serum energy. And like I said, Venus is in Aquarius, Jupiter is in Gemini. We're in this information exchange energy, but we can only be as this feels like we can only be as strong as our word, right? And so for Gabriella, what is it that you need? What is it that you believe? This feels like a belief. What are you believing in your mind? How are you looking at your life and looking at yourself, looking at your gifts, looking at your abilities, looking at what it is that you want to grow more, and really being clear on that, be very discerning on that, and knowing what works for you and what doesn't work for you, right? We're still in this week of coming off a full moon. So we're still releasing things up until the 30th when we have the new moon. Okay. So when I see this Queen of Swords for you, Gabriella, it's like, no, this is my belief. This is my truth. And I'm not going to waver in it. What do I have on the bottom? The Magician. Oh my God. I love this because the Magician speaks about the new moon, what we manifest, but it's coming up reverse. So you may not be manifesting what you want because you're not being honest with yourself about what it is that you actually want. And it can be something simple as, I don't want to work so hard to get the money that I want. I want my job to be easy. I want the money that I get to be easy. I don't want to feel like things are hard. That truth will help manifest opportunity for something to actually come in for you that you're really wanting, right? When I see a reverse Magician, it's like we're not getting what we want, and then we're wondering why we aren't, and we need to check in to make sure that our intention setting is very precise and very clear and very honest and truthful to ourselves, and also what we want. And like I just said, we live in a society that tells us that if you're not working hard, then you don't deserve something. That's a lie, right? So if you genuinely in your heart of hearts are like, God, I'm so annoyed with like going into this job. It's so annoying. I got to get up so early. I hate it, but it's what I got to do. And that's what you believe. But then at the same time, you're wanting something different. It's like you got to shift that thought process to align with what it is that you want. I want to be able to sleep in as long as I want and get paid as much money as I need to provide for my family and myself in the life that I want. Like, that's the truth. So getting to the truth gets us on a path for opportunity to come to us, and for us to get more discerning with what we are accepting, so that we are on that path and we are saying like, no, that doesn't really work for me actually, right? Like, that is what I'm seeing with this, stepping more in your truth, being more in your truth, and not like hedging on that. Because when we hedge, that's when we feel like we're not getting anywhere, right? We're not getting what we want. Things aren't coming to fruition. It's not sustaining. That's the vibe I'm getting here, okay? Whoops. Hey, Brianna. Hope you're doing awesome. My tea is so good. Okay. So welcome. Brianna. I'm about to have a very truthful conversation with someone and I'm a little nervous, but I'm just like, you know what? I like this person. And instead of me acting like I don't like them, I'm going to be like, hey, so I know like maybe things have been a little confusing because I haven't really voiced my opinion or what I'm thinking or my thoughts, but I like you. And I just want you to know that like maybe I should have said that earlier. My bad. Brianna, what does Brianna need to know? The Two of Candles. Let's see what's on top. The Queen of Candles. So you're in your power. I feel a very empowered energy here. This feels like manifestation. So you're manifesting things, and I feel like you're on the same page with someone. It's like someone sees what you want, and they're like, okay, because right. We were just talking about being in our truth and speaking our truth. The Queen of Candles, she does that. She does that just like the Queen of Needles does, right? This is very external energy where it's like I like it, I go for it, and are you with me or not? That's when I see here. It's like, are you with me or not? Are we on the same page or are we not on the same page? And so like I know what I want, right? The Queen of Candles knows what they want. So you're in this place right now, Brianna, for you to be able to assert, hey y'all, assert yourself and say like, yeah, this is what I'm wanting. And either we're on the same page or we're not on the same page, but let's talk about it. Let's see the vibes. Let's see where we can converge, because this is like planning something, creating something, right? I also feel here with like maybe it's like a business thing. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be like a work or business thing. Maybe you're working with somebody. Maybe you want to like do something with somebody else, and it's like you need to kind of spearhead that operation in this Queen of Wands type of energy that's like very like I have this idea and I like it and I think it's a good idea and I think we should do it. And then the other person like, yeah, I like that idea too. And this is how I can contribute to it. It's like a collaborative energy that I'm getting, but it starts with like the excitement that like you have for yourself for whatever this is. It's like be excited about something. Be excited about what you want. Be excited about how you want to experience something. Be excited about the possibilities of something. And then check in with the other person and see like, hey, are we on the same page? Or do we need to alter the plan so that like we're both excited, like we're both in it to win it, you know what I mean? And it could just be your plans. It's nothing. Okay, so I wanted to say this real quick too about when I do these readings, they're not it's literally, I wanted to say it's whatever, because it is like I don't know. I have no idea what's going on in your life. I don't know, right? What I do know is whatever the energy is like being presented to me. So if you're like, I'm not sure, amazing. You don't have to be sure, right? I'm not sure. I don't know what it's talking about. So if it comes later and it's like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to assert myself and be my Queen of Wands. Oh, that makes sense now. Like that's a lot of times how energy works, because it could be energy from the past, it could be energy that you're in, it could be energy that you're walking into. It's energy. And so it's important to know that like when my goal and my purpose in doing this work is not to tell you something, it's to show you the energy that you're in so you can make the decision for your free will decision to kind of like do whatever, but also understand what's happening more like fully, right? It's kind of like with tarot, it kind of lifts the curtain so you're not like, what should I do? Or why is this happening? Or like, why is this block here? It's like, oh, this block is here because of this. Or when this presents itself, it's like, be that Queen of Wands girl and go for it. So maybe when that opportunity happens, right? When the Two of Wands opportunity comes up, or you're having a conversation with someone, or you are, even with you saying that, like, I'm excited about 2025. It's like the Two of Wands is like plans, right? And so maybe your plans for 2025 is like, I'm ready to be more myself and be more out there and be more amazing and beautiful and awesome and like speak my truth and see what comes to me and let people know this is what I want, right? So sometimes like, and I'm saying this because I'm trying to, as I go into 2025, I'm trying to expand the concept of tarot so people can work with it in the way that I am hoping they work with it. And a lot of you guys do that already, but there's still a big barrier in the collective around tarot, thinking that it's like an answer, right? It's not an answer. It's a tool for you, the client, or whomever I'm reading for, to be reflective on themselves and what they're trying to have or want or where they're trying to go. So those are a lot of words, but I just felt like I wanted to say that. So thank you, Brianna, for being my inspiration. See, you're already being the Queen of Wands. You inspired me to express myself. So that's kind of that energy too. Okay. So Kimberly. So New Year. So okay. The new year is not until March. Okay, the new year is the spring equinox. So January 1st is a terrible time, like I was saying earlier, to make a resolution because it's not supportive. It's a meaningless calendar date that we as a society have decided to keep order and structure, but energetically it means nothing. So a lot of times we make resolutions on the first of the year and then we fail to uphold those throughout the rest of the year because it wasn't a supportive energy. So I will pull on 2025 or the upcoming calendar year for you, Kimberly, but just know that like I was saying earlier, maybe you weren't on yet, the winter solstice is on Saturday. The winter solstice is the dead of winter. Like we're literally in winter. So like just like how outside is dead, like things in our life may not feel as abundant or growing. It's a time for us, like a bear in its little what do they call? What does a bear do? Hibernate. It's like we too are hibernating. We too are like pulling our energy in and like working on ourselves, nourishing ourselves, being slow, taking things slow, being in thought, in reflection throughout winter. So when we hit 2025 and things are slow and people are like, well, nothing's happening. It's like, yeah, because it's winter. Nothing's gonna happen huge, big, amazing in the middle of winter because it's winter. So that's why I love astrology, and that's why I love the elements, because it shows us, nature shows us how we should be feeling and how we should be experiencing the time that we're in. So I'm pulling on your 2025 or the new calendar year, but I just want to let you know that like the equinox is the new astrological year, which is the year when that's the time when the abundance, the fruits of our labor start to show and we start to feel more vibrant and more like ourselves and more, like just like how you feel naturally when the spring comes and you feel like, oh, it's spring, right? So the Knight of Potions is reversed. This is exactly what I was just saying. So that's why I went on that diatribe about the calendar month. As you go into 2025 with this Knight of Cups reverse, you're going to feel like nothing's happening. You're going to feel like no one is coming into your life. You're going to feel like nothing is moving because it's an internal change that's occurring. It's an internal heart change that's occurring. And we can't, just like nature, we can't make it spring because we want it to be spring, right? We kind of just have to deal with the fact that it's winter and wear a coat and a scarf and gloves and put the heater on, even if we fucking hate that it's winter, right? So that's the message here with this Knight of Cups. It's like initially, as you're going into the new year, as you're going into January, it might feel boring. When I see a Knight of Cups reverse, it just feels kind of like, oh, great, it's another year. Don't look at it that way. Look at it like I said, it's winter. I'm in my cocoon right now. I'm working on my internal healing and my understanding of myself. What's on the bottom here? The Eight of Swords. Hilarious. This is literally that idea of creating a false reality and then feeling tortured by it, right? This is like being um our brain being our brain thinking that what we want and what we think is for us is the only option. So as you go into the new year, you've got to release expectations. You've got to release the idea for you. I mean, free will. You've got to release the idea of how you think things are going to play out, because that's the this Eight of Swords is so crippling. God, it is my least favorite card in the tarot because it's crippling. It keeps us stuck. It keeps this Knight of Cups from coming to you because you're too focused on what you think your world should look like instead of being open to the possibilities. And when the North Node changes in January, we're going to start to see movement, but we have to release the plan. And the plan, a lot of times, is the idea that it has to look like this, and or there's no solution, or this is never going to happen, or no, this is it, and it's the only thing that can be it, and we'll die on this hill because this is it. When we're in that type of Eight of Swords energy, we're stuck, and we will continue to be stuck. And only you, like Smokey the Bear says, can get yourself out of Eight of Swords, right? Only you can prevent forest fires. So like the Eight of Swords is your goal, is your work that you're doing this winter, is to release the Eight of Swords, release the idea of this self-imposed prison that you put yourself in terms of thinking that your love life or your life in general has to look like this. It has to come in like this. It has to be this, because if that is how you continue, you're not going to get your Knight of Cups coming in with new energy, with new opportunity, with romance, with charm, with excitement, because that's there for you, but you've got to get out of this. Okay. I'll use an example for myself. Look, the Wheel of Fortune reverse at the bottom. Let things organically happen, which means we don't know what's happening. We just got to flow with it. All right. So for the new year, Kim, flow with it. You're flowing. You're saying, okay, I don't know, because you don't. So don't try to keep it like this. I'll use my Eight of Swords example. And then Marina, you're next. I'm harping on this because this is one once again. I want you guys, anybody that gets a readings with me, I want us to grow. I want us to progress. I want us to expand. I want us to be in alignment. I want us to get what we want. But in order to do that, it's hard. Okay, it's not easy. But I'm going to use my Eight of Swords. I used to think that this boy was the love of my life. I used to think that this boy was my twin flame, and we're supposed to be together, and that is my person, and that. And you know what? I kept getting the Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords. And I'm like, what the fuck is this Eight of Swords about? And then I'm like, oh, it's about me creating a reality that I'm making myself trapped in. I keep saying, no, God, no spirit. It is this boy, period. Hands down, no excuses. But I was making excuses for why it hasn't happened or why I'm still holding on. But the moment I realized maybe it's not this boy, maybe I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, that's when the Eight of Swords, I was released from the prison, and I started to actually heal and actually get to the place I am now, where I'm dating all kinds of humans to see who's going to be my human, right? But I've released myself from this reality that I was creating that was not real, or it was self-imposed torture because it wasn't getting me what I wanted. All right, I'm done with the Eight of Swords, but it's a very important energy. Marina. Marina. Hey, everyone, it's on. My name is Disney. If you don't already know, experiencearcana.com. You can book a personal reading with me. This is Tarot Thursday. I'll probably be back in the new year. I won't be here next Thursday because I'm gonna take my friend to dinner. So I won't be here next Thursday, but I'll see you guys in the new year. Thanks for hanging. I'm gonna be really focusing on Arcana, the YouTube this next year, making content, really like, giving you guys things to, just like I said, I want tarot to be more than just pulling cards. I want it to be healing and alignment and expansion and growth for everybody. The Ace of Candles, Marina. Okay, opportunity. So I know you've been doing your interviews. So I really think that you're going to get this offer. This feels like a new opportunity. This feels like a new offer. This feels like a new adventure. This feels like career. This feels like a new beginning. And with this new beginning, you have to keep the flame lit, right? You've got to say, yes, right? Yes to the dress. Yes to the job. So that's what I feel here. I feel you're going to get an opportunity, but it's up to you to light the flame and say like, okay, cool. I'm with it. I like it. I love it. The Hanged Man reverse. This is a release of control. Okay. So the Hanged Man reverse is a release of control and shifting your perspective. So understanding, once again, kind of like what I was saying with the winter energy, right? Timing is, even in corporate world, timing is weird. We don't know why it takes this long for this person to get back to us and give us the message, and this person had to do this. Like, you know what I mean? There's all these like layered factors. So when I see the Hanged Man reverse, it's like knowing that this opportunity is coming and say yes when it comes. But just with this, it's like it's gonna kind of come and you're gonna be kind of probably caught off guard, right? Because when the Hanged Man, it's like allowing things to just go with the flow. So we're at the end of the year. We're in winter, right? We've got the holidays. All of these factors energetically are playing a role. So if you're in, you're waiting for an answer, maybe it feels like it's not coming. And that's why the Hangman reverse is here. Look, the Chariot's underneath it. It will move forward. You will move forward. You will clearly be able to, I feel like, move with this new opportunity. But it comes with understanding that there's things that are like going on that you have no control over. So you just have to allow. And you may even find yourself, with why I got the yes with the Ace of Candles, you may even find yourself getting to choose, getting to say, oh my God, I'll get back to you in a second, right? And not feeling forced to give an answer immediately. Like, I'll say yes, but let me sit with it for a second. Like, don't feel, that's the other thing that I feel here. Don't feel pressured to say like yes immediately, right? You can know you're going to say yes, but you can still be like, thank you so much. I'll get back to you whenever. Because there's something here about like letting things unfold in the timing that they're in the flow, right? And not feeling, because once you say yes, it's like full steam ahead. So it's like, don't rush, because once you light that candle, like I was saying, once the candle's lit, we got to keep it lit. So there's something there with an opportunity and the timing around the opportunity coming in, and knowing that like once you say yes and take it, you're going to have it, right? This is from Marina. I feel like I've definitely been going with the flow and allowing myself to see what's going to happen. It's just been a little frustrating, but ultimately I've been good. So yeah, keep that up. Keep that up. That frustration is why the Hanged Man is reversed. So this is just giving you confirmation. You're in the flow. You're going with the alignment. Like I said, you don't. Jim forgot to press send and he thought he did, and it's sitting in the drafts. You know what I mean? It's like it's something that's not in your control, but what is in your control is your perspective and like knowing like, okay, let me just take this time to myself and like chill, because once I light that candle, it's on and popping. Right. So it's okay if I don't have a resolution or an answer right now, because once I do, it's like it's a party. It is happening. It is moving. It is fast. It is quick. So like take this time to be like, I'm just waiting. Um, you're welcome, Marina. So Kimberly said I have a lot of butterflies. Butterflies. Okay, so butterflies, and then Jim. Butterflies are connected to the solar plexus. So I would work on the solar plexus. Okay. So sometimes our butterflies are anxiety and not intuition. Okay. So our gut, our solar plexus, it's where our like those butterflies live. And butterflies can be like, ooh, right? Anticipation energy. But they can also be like ooh energy, right? They can be ooh or ooh, right? Um, with this, like I would say pull your, I think I might have told you this before too. Pull your power back, right? Pull your power back into yourself, right? Pull that power back and say, no matter what's going on around me or not going around, I'm still confident in myself and who I am and what's going on. And I'm still going to be good. And it's not contingent upon something outside of me. And that might help balance your solar plexus, so you're not in this feeling of like, I'll be good if I just get this answer. You know what I mean? It's kind of that energy that I'm feeling when you're saying butterflies. It's less like a inkling and more of a waiting. And like we don't want to wait for something. We want it to come to us, and we want to know while we're being receptive that like I don't have to do anything because I'm great. I'm good. I'm confident. You know what I mean? So work on your solar plexus, I would say. That's yellow energy, meditation with that, some affirmations. So yes, I can give you more information on that if you'd like. Spirit Camp is also available, y'all. Self-led Spirit Camp. So you guys can get that. If you have an opportunity and you want to invest, I give you the 7 pre-recorded chakra guidance with your homework to help balance and activate your chakras so you can be more in alignment with your authentic self, so then you can feel more empowered to do and be who you need to be, to get what you want and do what you need to do. Okay, Jim, thank you again. You're the best. Hope all is well. Appreciate it, Jim. I appreciate you. So Jim and then Reagan. Or is Reagan first? No, yeah. Okay. Jim, we're going to do Energy Oracle and then Reagan. I appreciate y'all. Thinking Man, look, that came right on out. So when I see this, and Door to Romance, okay? So I think that you are contemplating. This is what I feel immediately when I see this, Jim. Think about what you want. Think about when it comes to romance. What do you want? What do you want? Right? The notebook just came in my head. That's why I laughed. What do you want? You know, when he's at the end, he's like, if you want, when he's talking about Lon and Noah, right? And Noah was like, if you want to be this person and have this perfect life, and that's how you see yourself in 20 years, then you go be with him. And then, but if you want this and it's messy and it's hard, but we love each other, you know, that energy. So ask yourself, Jim, what do you want? What do you want when it comes to love? You don't have to compromise. You don't have to pretend. You it's time for you to be, you're welcome, Kimberly. It's time for you to be clear about what is romance to you. How do you want to show up in a romantic relationship? How do you want to feel? What do you want the other person to contribute? What do you value? What matters to you? Because I do feel like you're thinking about that and you're wondering, like, is it going to come? But at first, or like, it just feels like, do I want love? Am I ready for love? And it's like, start with like, yeah, what do you want? Do you want love? Yeah, I want love. Okay, well, what kind of love do you want? Do you want a partner that, like, what do you want to do with that partner? How do you want that partner and you to communicate? Think about it and like really understand yourself in relationship to that connection that you're maybe thinking about embarking on or wanting to go out and look for. I think it's important for you to be in that place. Yeah, have happy family here after that. So I think you're in a place of like really learning, thinking about what you want. And so that's the beginning stages. And so once we know, we have clarity about what we want, that's intention setting. That's intentionality. It's clear, focused energy. I want a partner that is freaking this, and makes me feel this, and we do this together. You know what I mean? That is helpful in you figuring out what's next. So that was for Jim. Reagan is next. I get to choose Reagan. Let's do signs of the time. So this is for Reagan. Thank you guys for your patience. I really appreciate it. I hope there's other things that I'm saying that are helpful as well. Like I said, I do have my Spirit Camp self-led journey available now. It's 7 pre-recorded sessions with me from the root to the crown chakra. And we go through all of those to activate and balance. I give you homework. You can do it on your own time and your own, however you want to do it. And then I also we will have a before and after tarot session. I wouldn't necessarily say watch The Notebook. It's quite a fiction movie, but it's just that scene in particular reminded me. So maybe it'll give you some insight. Maybe it'll give you some insight. Maybe you do need to watch The Notebook. Okay. Reagan. Reagan, we have the labyrinth journey and anchor stability. Ooh, okay. This is clear. So to me, you're in this labyrinth currently, Reagan, and it could feel like you could feel aimless. You could feel like you're not sure if you're actually getting to where you're trying to go. But in the midst of you on this journey, you might feel like you're not creating a sturdy foundation for yourself, or you might feel that you feel insecure about your like life, right? That's what it feels like to me. You might feel insecure about your life because maybe you're realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't, or maybe you're changing your job, or maybe you're changing a relationship, or maybe you're changing a friendship. So these two coming out is saying like our life is a labyrinth. We're forever on a journey of finding and getting closer in alignment with our truth and our authentic self. And even though it can feel aimless or confusing or shifting or things are changing, that doesn't mean that you're not going to find that sense of security, or that you can't find security in the midst of change. So realizing that like your physical body, you get to create stability within yourself every single day by like honoring your body, being present in your body, maybe even going outside and being very present in nature, meditation. So when these two are coming out, it's like you are changing and you're going on this soul journey of like expansion and growth. And that can feel scary, and that can feel like you can't like catch your breath, or you can't like you don't feel stable. But in actuality, it's like you're always stable because you have yourself, you have your body to come back to. So this could even be like, get a routine, right? I'm going to do this with myself, with what I have. And that helps create stability within the midst of that journey that you might feel that you're on currently. Reagan said, yes, I've been feeling so stagnant in life. Interesting. So yeah, it's like with this, it's time to go deeper. And you might be feeling fearful of losing your stability, by not going on this journey. So sit with yourself and be like, where am I holding on to something? Holding on to something because I'm scared it's going to create instability and insecurity somewhere in my life. But really, that's the part that I need to dive deeper into, or I need to kind of like go on this journey of like this adventure, because we can have our life and think everything's good, but it's like unfulfilling. And the labyrinth is here to show us that we're there's deeper, more recesses of our soul to access. But we have to be willing to maybe let go of something or change something, and that can feel scary, but you can always come back to your body, your physical body, your routine, your everyday, to kind of keep yourself feeling stable as you maybe say, I'm going to use an extreme, quit your job or move or whatever, right? That's what I feel like. You got to shake up your life, and you shake it up by questioning where you're feeling stagnant, where are you kind of just going through the motions and not really feeling fulfilled and not feeling like you're expanding. That's where you start. But just know that changing that doesn't automatically equal being like unstable. Okay, Jim said that really. What? Okay, I need to watch that back. I know. Oh yeah, not you're so welcome, Reagan. Yeah. You definitely need to know what you want, but you also need to know like in yourself, like how you want to be in a relationship, but you have to know what you're looking for, right, Jim? Next is, oh my gosh, Chandra. Hey girl. Is that my Chandra? Oh no, this is not Chandara. This is not my Chandra. Hey Chandara. Hi, I hope you're still here. Let's do it. Oracle. Chandara. I like that name. It sounds magical. It sounds like a fairy. All right, Chandara. I love that. What does Miss Chandara need to know? Bright moon. I freaking love that. That's beautiful. Security. That's so funny. This is what just came out. So we were just talking about security, and then I got fulfillment on the bottom. So when I see this, you know what I get? I get a I don't know what your situation is or where you are, but I feel like there is a you can relax. That's what I'm feeling. When I see this, I feel like it's okay to relax into where you are. It's okay to kind of like put your guard down. That's what I'm getting. And then there's the bright moon right here with the fulfillment. It's kind of like, okay, everything's okay. Like maybe there's a lot of things that have been changing. I get some laughter over here. Maybe a lot of things have been changing, and it's like, okay, is it okay for me to like put my guard down, or is something else going to come and like be crazy? But I feel like you can kind of like relax into where you are, and once you do that, you start to see more of like that fullness of what actually feels satiating to you. When I see that peach, I just want to bite it, right? Like, that's good. When we're juggling things, we're in this place of like insecurity, right? And when we say, you know what, I like this thing, right? Like, this is good. I'm going to sit with this for a second. That then can expand more into creating what we want fully, right? So if you do feel like you're juggling, it's like, are we juggling because we are still trying to like Goldilocks things and like, or are we juggling because we feel like we're not allowed to just feel secure, feel relaxed in something, right? So kind of see where you're coming from. But I do feel like if you sit with what you do, what does feel good, it has room to grow and blossom and for you to get a lot more from it than doing or like dividing your energy. Bless. I appreciate you for coming. Well, thanks. Thank you, Shandara. I love that. It's freaking beautiful name. Like I say, I try to come on every Thursday, but I won't be here next Thursday, but I'll be here once we get into the new year. And then also, I'm going to really focus on the channel and help grow that with more content. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, you can always book a personal reading with me at experiencearcana.com. I do like a recorded reading, so I'll send you a recorded video, or you can do a virtual reading with me on Zoom. So those are my offerings. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays, humans. All the vibes, all the good things. So I think I got everyone. If I didn't, let me know. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. Same thing, arcana.atl. But really, I just post other people's stuff on my stories that I like. This is me over here, baby. Also, I just want you guys to let me know if there's anything, like any topic or anything that you want me and Keisha to talk about next year in videos. Please let me know, because I'm trying to figure out the type of content I want to put out, since obviously there's lots of YouTube channels and that's beautiful and amazing and that's fine. But like my perspective, Keisha's perspective is unique to who we are. And so we want to bring that to y'all in a way that I feel like is more applicable to like real life. So even like earlier when I was talking about the Eight of Swords, for me, using a literal example for myself can maybe help someone else understand like, oh, that is what I'm doing. Maybe I should stop doing that because it's not working for me, right? So I want, I don't mind sharing, because I feel like all the things that I've gone through, which aren't like severe, crazy things, but they have been very soul expanding things. And that's why I love doing this work, because everything that I say, I implement it myself. And I am still on my journey of acquiring all that I desire in my life, but I know that it's coming. And I know a lot of them have already come, right? So it's like, I want everyone to know the power that we all have, because we all are intuitive beings. We all are manifestors. We all can have a beautiful life, because that is our birthright. We are not here to be unhappy. We are not here to be scared. We're not here to be alone. We're not here to be bored. We're here to live a vibrant, happy, exciting, loving life. And that starts with us understanding our power and understanding where society or this bigger like energy has trying to take that away from us. And so it's like recapturing that power and understanding that we don't have to live within the rules of the world, because the rules of the world are tainted. They're misguided. They're not guided, right? They're not rooted in spirit, God, source, the universe, however you see that amazing energy in it. There's a faux, unity there, or like God there that they speak to. When we talk about government, they talk about God. I don't know what God they're talking about, but it's not our God. It's not the God that is abundant and nurturing and a guide and protector, right? It's another one that they're using to control, right? So it's like realizing that energy is like so like bleh, like please get out of here. I have my own power within myself and my community, and that's what I want Arcana to be. I want it to be a community for everybody. You know what I mean? For us to feel seen, heard, recognized, respected, and to feel empowered. Oh yeah, I understand, Shandara. Like, but it's the guys that are being scared off from it. Ew, right? Like, ew, like Sorry. But it can feel a little isolating from time to time. I go through that. And so I know that's something that Keisha and I will probably talk about as our romantic journey. It's not the easiest to be in alignment with your higher self, right? It's not easy because it's very discerning, and it's very clear. It's like, this is who I am. And I'm not going to waver on that because you are not being who you are. Right. And a lot of times when you're high vibe, that just means you're being yourself. That means you're being your authentic self. And it doesn't even mean you have to be some woo woo, person. It just means be who you are. And you'll meet, and that being who you are allows us to have that connection, that human connection that we're all hoping for. So we don't have to be the same, but high vibe definitely means like being in your authentic power and being your authentic self. So when we find ourselves in conflict with other people, it's because they're denying their truth, and they don't like, and they feel intimidated or feel they can't control somebody who knows their worth, knows their power, knows their value, right? And so that is like, oh no, you're too difficult for me. And it's like, okay, bye. Because there's somebody else out there that is not going to worry about it at all, because they're going to be in their power. I'm going to be in mine. And neither one of us are going to feel any type of way about the other. We're just going to make each other more amazing because we feel we have a synergy here. And so it's like a strength that we share, not this like fear, right? And that's the ego versus the soul, which is also my big thing. Living from your ego is not it. It's not going to get you where you want to be. And living from your soul is beautiful and amazing, but it is hard. It's so hard in this world. If we lived in a different world, it'd be easy breezy, cover girl. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. No time to baby them. Lead by example. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Well, wonderful. Well, this was great. As always, I really love connecting with you guys. Like I said, Arcana is my spiritual community along with my business partner, Keisha, the psychic yogi. She's a Reiki master teacher. She's amazing. And she is my mentor, but also now we're peers and we are able to really like be on this journey together. And I really feel excited about how that's going to look as we move into the future. Hopefully including like a physical space. So if you're in Atlanta, I'll also be at Controller Eyes on Monday and reading in person. So there's that. I'll see you guys later.